Welcome to Cam Look, your daily dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each weekday, a staff member or volunteer will share an object from the permanent collection and post questions for discussion. Check back every day at 10 a.m. for a new work and a new conversation. Hi, I'm Helen, a docent at the Art Museum. Today we'll explore an African mask in Gallery 103 that has many stories to tell. Like other artworks, there can be different interpretations: religious, historical, and cultural. This large wooden cap mask was created by a craftsman in late 19th century Cameroon in West Africa. An ancient legend said that the Cameroon kings had a spider cap like this, created from a sacred blend of metals. When wearing the cap, the king could communicate with an alien culture whose spaceships visited him at regular intervals. However, the cap was destroyed by the aliens when they discovered that the king was using it to build a bigger spaceship. April Fools! The meaning of these masks can be interpreted in different ways, but that's not one of them. Let's look at the basics: who, what, where, when, and why. Over 28 inches tall, the cap mask is known as an nkem, or basket mask, because of its open crown work, which suggests the form and decoration of a royal cap. It was owned and performed exclusively by members of a society of political and social enforcers who counseled and oversaw the king. The fancy pattern of the cap is based upon the spider, a symbol used exclusively on art objects produced from members of the nobility. The artist connected the legs to create an elaborate headdress. The spider is an important symbol in this region of Africa. It lives in the ground and emerges after dark, thus inhabiting the world of the living and the dead. The spider is an animal of divination and acts as a mediator, communicating wisdom from the ancestors to the living. This mask's puffy cheeks could suggest old age, dignity, and wisdom. Combined with the spider design, that may signify knowledge both earthly and otherworldly, as gained through the rituals of divination. April Fool's Day is a perfect time to tell you about another true interpretation of this mask. The spider may represent Anansi, the African trickster spider. Anansi is a West African Akan folktale character. Anansi is best known for his ability to transform his inherent weaknesses into virtues and outsmart and triumph over more powerful opponents through his use of creativity and wit. As a trickster, he is also one of the most important characters of the oral traditions of African American and Caribbean folklore. These spider tales were transmitted to the Caribbean by way of the transatlantic slave trade. Anansi was often celebrated as a symbol of slave resistance and survival, because Anansi is able to turn the tables on his powerful oppressors by using his cunning and trickery, a model of behavior used by slaves to gain the upper hand within the confines of the plantation power structure. I hope that you had a good laugh with my April Fool's prank and enjoyed learning about two true interpretation of Cam's magnificent mask. Anansi, the African trickster spider, is just one of many tricksters across the world, including Brer Rabbit from our American South. What trickster tales do you know? What lessons do they teach? Do some research of your own, including some great children's books. Thanks for joining us on Cam Look today.